crews continue to restore electricity to Central Texas homes after last night's storms. At last check, 1,300 Austin Energy customers are still without power today. That's down, though, from more than 7,000 this morning. Encore, Pedernales, and Bluebonnet electric companies fared a little better. The storms left only a few of their customers without power. The lightning and heavy winds left a trail of destruction behind, though. Downed trees blocked streets for hours this morning. Alicia Enns shows us some of the damage.
Good afternoon. Imagine waking up to this in your front yard. That's the reality in this neighborhood this morning. We're at Robbins Place off MLK Boulevard. A tree cracked in half and landed on power lines, completely blocking the road in this area. Crews have just arrived on scene to kind of get it cleaned up and hopefully reopen this part of the road and make sure people can get power back on in their homes. You know, Austin Energy crews have been very busy this morning. This isn't the only place this has happened. We actually got some video off of I-35 in MLK where a power pole had completely bent almost in half. Crews are out there blocking it to make sure people couldn't get too close to it for safety reasons. And then a very similar situation with a tree downed off Speedway, where it's near the fire station there. A tree kind of damaged from all this major wind and massive storm that came to our area last night. Austin Energy crews, they had 10 restoration crews, 6 tree trimming crews that fanned out at about 38 different locations to assess those repairs and make sure they could get everything cleaned up. But it will be a very busy morning and into the afternoon as they work to make sure everything is cleaned up. We did talk to some neighbors in this area who say it's a bit shocking and frightening having something like this happen so close to home.
I didn't even hear it last night, to be honest with you, and so I was kind of surprised that there was that much damage. But it's pretty bad. I mean, obviously very potentially dangerous.
Now, Austin Energy crews also recommend that you watch out for things like this. Tree trunks, limbs in the middle of the road that have flown off from trees in the overnight windstorm, because it does make driving around difficult. So if you're out on the roads, take your time, go slow. Don't swerve when you see something like this. Just take your time. Be patient out on the roads. Reporting in West Campus, Alicia Enns, KXAN News.
So knocked over some big trees, and Rosie, there's even more damage from our viewing area.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks to any of our viewers and all of our viewers who sent us pictures from last night's storm damage. Really helps us get a good look at what happened. Look at this. Sandra Thompson sent us this photo from Horseshoe Bay. She tells us she did not realize a storm had uprooted an entire tree in her yard until this morning. Our photojournalist Paul Shelton sent the exact same thing happening to a family member's home in Austin's Hyde Park neighborhood. Said it punctured a hole in the roof. Remember, you can always send pictures and videos to report it. KXAN.com. We want